What's up, everybody? We got a very special stream podcast today, all the way from Cyprus in the Mediterranean Sea. Kian, welcome to the podcast, brother.
Thank you so much, Nima. It's an honor to be on your podcast. I really watched your videos all the time, and I'm really happy that I'm here finally.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I just so everybody know, thank you, man. The thing is Kian actually is a musician. He's in Cyprus. He's Iranian, and he basically just started making political content. Clearly, he has a talent for it. I predict he's going to do.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
predict
thing is,
he's going to do good things. I think he's going to use his voice and to help others. And I like to encourage him to do more of that. And I'd like to encourage everyone after this podcast. I'm going to put his
yeah,
user link inside the replies on the Twitter on X, so you could follow him.
thanks a lot, Nima, for the introduction, for the way you introduced me. I like that. Thank you. The thing about me is that I really wasn't into politics at all. I'm a musician. I'm a videographer, mostly art. But the thing happened in Iran, it just made me make videos about it. And apparently, I have some good voice for that, and people understand it. So I decided if this talent is inside me and people are enjoying, I should not put it to waste, and it's my duty to use it for the people of Iran.
Yeah, I think so too. By the way, I sent you the DM. Yeah,
You're
it's so we're about to get other people to start joining right now. So just setting this up, and yeah, as many of you know right now, a lot of people are speaking up. The first thing I'd like to discuss is Huda Beauty. She's an Iraqi in the United States who started a business, and she was basically, after 2 years of basically helping Hamas whitewash what they did to the Israeli civilians, she's now like whitewashing, essentially like saying, "Oh, what the Americans will do in Iran." Yet she's made no point to say anything about Iraq,
Yeah.
bro. Like it's like, bro, you're an Iraqi lady. You're not saying the Iraqis that are raping our daughters, and like you're saying about Americans as if you're completely avoiding the Iraqis. And I
Yeah.
think that's one reason why a lot of people are looking at Iranians, especially, so furious, because that's basically the Iran-Iraq war. They did chemical weapons on Iranians, man. It's just like an arch enemy. And our leader has betrayed the Iranian people by bringing the arch enemy. I mean, what do you think about everything?
Well, first about that lady, the Iraqi lady, I didn't know about the brand and what she did. And then I saw my friends, my close friends' stories on Instagram that they're breaking these cosmetic items. And I just asked them, what are you doing? How is it related to Iran? And then I saw the post that what she did. And then I was like, wow, we're good fighters. The way we do it, I love it. And it spread all around the world. It wasn't just like a couple of people. And the way we do it, the way we fight is very clean and it's obvious it's for peace matters. Since we lost our freedom way long ago, we're just trying to get that back. I really like the way we fight. We're becoming an example of the way we should protest, the way humans should protest.
I think so too, man. Because like here in the United States, the Iranians, they love the United States, bro. Like a lot of us, we love the United States. We're not burning the flags. You know,
Yeah.
if we have a protest, you may look at an American flag. There's quite a lot of patriotism. A lot of Iranian men actually like Trump. Iranian community here in the United States is fairly successful too. A lot of them went into business, and then medicine, for example, or technology.
Yeah.
And a lot of them love their country. You know, they love their vatan. You know, the land.
Yeah. I'm worried if Iran gets freed and Shah comes back. I'm worried that the entire world is going to be empty. Everyone's going to go back. I'm going back.
Really? So you're I love that, man. It's interesting, man. So you're in Cyprus, right?
Yeah, I'm in Cyprus.
Is there a big Iranian community there?
Not that big, no. No,
Yeah,
unfortunately, it's not that big. But I moved here when I was 17, so I don't remember much about Iran. I left high school and I was here, so not much activity in Iran. But still, I'm going back no matter what. I just get the freedom back and I'm coming. I want to rebuild Iran with my teams and my friends.
Bro, that's exactly how I feel, man. I feel like I mean I wouldn't move there, but I would definitely go there. The reason I wouldn't go there, the reason I wouldn't move there is my wife is German, so uh, I wouldn't. She doesn't expect me to stay in Germany. I'm not German. I wouldn't
Yeah,
expect her to stay in. I'm a mixed marriage.
yeah, I
Uh,
know. I totally understand it.
yeah, but I would definitely want to come for like maybe 2-3 months the first year. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah,
want to be involved in the rebuilding. So what do you predict's happening, man? You think Trump's going to attack? You think Trump's going to attack this
yeah,
weekend?
yeah, yeah,
What do you
yeah.
think?
I've definitely
Talk
after
about the
since
fun stuff. Now we get into the fun stuff, the horrible
yeah, of
stuff.
course.
Yeah, yeah,
So, especially with the latest news about the UN, which and the EU that they announced that the Islamic Republic of Iran is announced as a terrorist organization, same as ISIS. So they're in the same category right now. And this gives a green light to Trump that whatever you want to do, just do it. We're with you. Before that, Trump was waiting to make sure that, okay, guys, if I'm doing this, it's not for the sake of myself, it's for the sake of humanity. And now they're with him. So I believe it's a green light. Israel have sent their people to the bunkers and safety zones. Iran has announced some places that people can go and take shelter. And first of all, if you're Iranian and you're inside Iran and you're hearing us, do not go there. Definitely do not go there. Even if you stand in the middle of a street while the missile is coming, that's way safer than the bunkers that the regime announces. So this is a sign that I think we're going to war.
yeah. What in particular? So you think those bunkers are going to get the regime is basically sabotaging the civilians by saying uh,
Yeah,
the bunker?
exactly. That's exactly what I believe. I believe that they're just opening spaces so that the people can gather around and they have everyone in one place and they can do whatever they think they should. I'm not saying they will just mass murder everybody, but they have everyone in control. It's easier to find people when they're in the same place than their homes. So I really don't trust them anymore, even in time of wars.
Yeah, I think the fact, bro, like when they kill doctors that are just you know
They're
taking
doing your
care of.
job.
Yeah, I mean, I think like so many red lines were crossed. For me personally, and I have many Arab friends, man. I host X Spaces with a Saudi Muslim. Okay, I
Yeah,
have many Arab friends. I loved my father and I. We both loved Lebanese women. Okay, a lot
yeah,
of respect. Very beautiful women. I would have
yeah,
married a Lebanese woman. I married a German, but I would have. Um, that was one of my dreams, actually. It's a secret I
yeah,
say. Um, However, the Iranian nationalist in me comes out when I think of these Iraqis coming to Iran. And, as a father, Iranian dads, we're very passionate, we're very intense with our daughters, it's like a cultural trait, I think.
yeah,
You know. So when I think of these Arabs raping our daughters, man, it truly, wrecks my system, man. It's like a depression, man. It's a trauma that I feel. I think it's collective trauma, collective depression is collective horror for us right now. That it's like I want to go back to my life. How privileged do I sound? I mean, I'm looking at water. I'm looking at Miami. I'm looking at. I mean, I feel guilty. Like I was, what's my problem? Like compared to what they're dealing with. And I feel like, how could I not help? At least moral support, aside from offer to enlist and
yeah,
go to combat. Like I hope Iran. I hope Trump says, "Hey, we want to take 3,000 Iranian Americans that are prepared for deployment, and we're going to train you. We're going to
yeah.
give you arms. Then we're going to put you in the middle of Tehran." That's my dream.
That's the
But
first video I saw from you during this time that you said you were ready to be deployed. Just give us guns and we're going. I'm saying, yeah, I'm coming. Take me. At least I can fight.
yeah, man, yeah, But it's like it's amazing how many Iranian Americans have started to speak up. Have you ever been to the United States? Have you ever been to any part of
No,
Europe?
no.
No, you have never been to the
Europe,
United
yeah,
States.
not close to you, not United States, not Canada. Europe, I think I'll be traveling to Germany, but I've been to Arab countries before and I really like it.
Yeah, I got a home in Germany, man. I'm back in late March. So I tell you, brother, I'm going to play some footage here, and I'd like to
Perfect.
get I'd like to get your feedback. So this is of a girl. She's 21 years old.
Hmm.
Her name is Mobina. Besti confirms that she's alive and well after being reported that he was killed by Iranian opposition. And I guess what they're saying is that this is propaganda, but I want you to call it out. Just so everybody knows, what I'm about to share is footage from actual IRGC. This is actually IRG. This is literally IRGC, their station. So what I'd like to do is play this. He understands Farsi. He's actually Iranian. I'm Iranian, about 93% Iranian. I got a little Polish, a little Chinese. You know what I mean? You know, but basically Iranian. You know. Yeah. So I'm about to play. Got a little Turk, a little Kurdish, but I'm about to play. You know, some footage from IRGC. It's called, this is their trashy terrorist propaganda. So just know that, and then we'll get Kian's take on this. Okay, starting now, it's a girl, and here's what she says. And it will translate it. It's about 34 seconds.
سلام، من مبینا بهشتیم و امروزم 8 بهمن ماهه و من تازه به اینترنت وصل شدم. وقتی که داشتم چک می‌کردم همش دارم عکسای خودم رو می‌بینم، عکسای کشته شدنم رو دارم می‌بینم و واقعا در تعجبم که کی این کار رو کرده و چرا این کار رو میکنن. وقتی که من در صحت و سلامتی کاملم چرا باید عکس کشته شدن من پخش بشه؟ ازتون خواهش میکنم حرفای اون طرف آبیا رو باور نکنید. اونا جز این که بخوان تو مغز ما دروغ تحمیل کنن بدن هیچی ندارن. سلام، من مبینا بهشتیم.
Okay, so if you could please explain to everyone who's not who doesn't understand Farsi what she said and also your take on it.
So she's just posting a picture of herself shared on social media, and then she's saying that why is this photo because I'm not, as you do not believe, or even if she doesn't say that, she's trying to say that don't believe whatever you hear, which at some point she's right. I don't care if it's the propaganda system or the reality. Whatever we hear on social media, we should not believe it, first of all. And we should, even if this was a mistake, we should understand that resharing these items, because there's like 40,000 dead people, which we know. Imagine how many we don't know. Of course, there's some space for error that we're going to misunderstand, or photos look alike or something like that. But even if there's a propaganda system, I still believe that it's just showing that how many people are killed in Iran. That some people come out and say that I'm not dead. Like, this is becoming normal, and I don't like it that they're normalizing this. That you can just be normal with being killed and make fun of it.
Yeah. I mean, I just so everyone knows that he's basically right. What he said, at least in his opinion. I mean, he has the right to his opinion. But I'm pretty aligned with him. I think that in this situation, if the worst thing that these terrorist trash pigs in Iran under genocidal psychopath Ali Khamenei they can say is Israel made a mistake about this girl dead and she's not. I mean, when you have thousands of women that are murdered, maybe they made one technical mistake on one person. Does that mean there's no genocide going on right now? I mean, this is so crazy that we have gotten to this point where they lie and do this much disinformation. This is just sheer disinformation. And the Qataris with their Al Jazeera trash, they can propagate it and they expand on it. So you literally have people in the Middle East who think, this is all Mossad, as if there's 10 million Mossad. The whole world is Mossad. You know, all of America is Mossad. All of America is Zionist. All of America takes $7,000. Every Iranian who complains about Iran is Mossad. Every Iranian takes $7,000 a post. Every Iranian is a Zionist. And genocidal psychopath Ali Khamenei is an angel. He's a charity. He's the most charitable man. He's peaceful. He's pious. There's no crime. And all of the world's problem is on little Satan, Israel, and big Satan, America. This is the world they want you to believe.
And imagine you have to live with it or you will die. You should accept it or you will die.
Dang, bro, that was a clip right there. You crushed that, saying, man. You crushed that, man. That was. You didn't even need to say anything more. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Either you comply, you get on your knees, you do complete submission, or they kill you.
Yeah, because they're allowed to, because of the religion that they believe in. You're allowed to be killed.
You know, here in America, okay, if Besiege knocks on my door, they open the door at 2 a.m. in the morning, I can carry a firearm where I blow their fucking head off, you know?
Yeah.
Straight shot. I can carry a firearm here. Straight shot. Like it's war, right? Combat, right there in the street. I'm protecting my family.
Yeah.
You know, it's no, oh, you catch me. Oh, I'm scared. No, you knock out the pistol, then we can fight hand-to-hand combat. I've been trained. I do training. So here I can fight firearms. You know, my wife can carry a firearm. In Iran, they cannot carry a firearm. And when you got the siege that has firearm, when you got the police in Iran that got firearms, doesn't matter how good you are at MMA or karate, bro. You know, that bullet is fast, you know? So yeah, you may be able to, I think what we need right now, bro, this is my solution. This is my answer. Rather, we just need like 10,000 guns, ammunition, some body vests, some communications tech. We don't need to put anybody on the ground. We just need to arm our men. Our men are so brave. Our women are so brave in Iran.
Yeah, whole people. It's not restricted to age anymore.
Our people are so brave. They literally go out in the streets of Tehran, Mashhad, Esfahan, Tabriz, where my grandmother was born. They go unarmed, and they die, and they know they're gonna die. They make a video saying, "This may be my last video," or "This may be my last post," and then they get raped repeatedly by these Arabs, maybe repeatedly, like gang rape. Then they get maybe tortured and killed. Then maybe they laugh, and they get away with it. I hate these motherfuckers, bro. Like I truly want to fight these guys in Iran, but I can't force our commander in chief, President Trump, to put us out there. Like I'm not scared. It's not that I'm scared of these. It's not that I'm not scared. No, I'm scared. I'm also scared, but I'm not going to let that fear control me. That's what I'm saying. Like if President Trump said, we're going to take 2,000 Iranians who want to enlist. We're going to give you 2 weeks of training. We're going to give you guns. We're going to give you ammunition. We're going to give you vests. We're going to give you tech. We're going to drop you off in the middle of Mashhad. We're going to drop you off in the middle of Tehran. We're going to do guerrilla warfare. Because I don't think they're going to leave without force, bro. They're not going to leave with our videos. They're not going to leave unless it's force, you know?
I really understand what you're saying. The videos that we make is only for the side from outside Iran, like the UN that we just did. We pushed it as much as we could so they can announce that this organization is a terrorist organization. It's a terrorist regime. That's our job from politics side. But on the inside, as you said, we need armed. We need weapons. We need to be armed. But I totally agree with you. But I have a theory. From my head, I'm not a politician, and I'm saying, yeah, I'm a musician. That's it. What I believe would happen is that America, or with the help of Israel again, even they would start to attack Iran. They would start to hit the supreme leader, the head of all the organizations that we have, all the top chief commanders, the officials, the people who are giving orders to these Basijis, these soldiers, these guards. They will terrorize them. They would hit them and they will finish them, and they will have this space opened so that the people who are under their command, they would have nobody else to get the command from. So they would start to separate with their own ideology, with different paths. And when this happens, it's a break in their shield that they kept it. So now they have different ideas. Now there's a break in them. Now they have different paths to go. And I believe they will start to fall. When they fall, when they understand it, even the soldiers from the military, they might come back to the people because there's nobody to get order from anymore. They're all dead. So they might come back to the people and use their firearms for the people and finish the people that they're fighting against. I believe that's their plan that they're doing, to hit the top generals so they can finish themselves and join the people.
Yeah, I think once those, even in Germany, man, you had Germans that didn't comply with the Nazis,
Did I disconnected?
I think we're having some technical issues here. Let me know.
Yeah,
You back?
I have you now.
Yeah. Yeah. So what you're saying is it's going to take, how many generals do you think it's going to take
Well,
to have
God knows.
Yeah.
First the ones who are there, and then their backup, their plan. Of course, there's backup for every single one of them to keep them going.
Yeah. I think, man, I think the fact is, bro, is like you have a situation where, like, I don't know how familiar you are with German history. I've learned a little bit because, I have a home there for a few years now, since 2020, and my wife's German, and not all Germans are Nazis, as you know. And the reason and let me tell you why I tell you that, because and how that pertains to Iran, occupied Iran. So millions of Germans, they didn't comply. They didn't comply with Adolf, and they resisted. Okay, they may have did it in a very low key way, and some of those Germans, they lost their lives.
Yeah.
Okay, so when there were students that were printing flyers calling Hitler a liar, and this is as bombs were falling, the Germans were doing it. There were pastors in Germany that refused to swear loyalty, and they were thrown in camps. You had German workers that were sabotaging the factories. You had families that hid Jewish people inside of their basement, knowing that if any of those Nazis came on their house, they would die. Bro, this sounds so similar to Iran right now.
Yeah.
Okay? So what I want you to know is that the Nazis didn't necessarily win like the hearts of the Germans. What they were very good at was they would just crush, they would destroy any opposition. Look at the athletes that speak up. They just crush you right away.
Yeah.
They just destroy, right away they eliminate, right? Very similar to IRGC. Same tactic. Genocidal psychopath Ali Khamenei is the modern day Hitler. I don't think there's anyone, like, he's on his way. He would do that.
Yeah.
Right?
He's exactly like Hitler, what he's doing, and he's, as you said, he's on his way. But the problem is, Hitler didn't fight Germans. He was fighting different countries. He's fighting Iranians.
Yeah.
That's the sad part.
Yeah. No, yeah. And another thing is, man, is that, I think that history will remember the Iranians who say, you know what? I'm not going to go along with that. I think the Iranians who say, I'm not going to go along with the IRGC. I'm going to quit. I think history will remember them as the heroes. Literally, because what they do is so consequential.
Yep.
So like when you think,
yeah.
Go ahead.
I really believe that what we're doing right now inside Iran or even outside Iran is a symbol of that. When people unite, they can do way big stuff that nobody ever thought, because we have this ideology or propaganda that the other foreign big, like, I don't know, maybe governments, powers, anything, they have to decide if something is good or bad for you. And if they decide it's good, it will happen. If it's bad, it won't happen. So you just have to wait for them. But when we see people united this much from all around the world, they have to switch their decision based on what the united people want. So that's what we just experienced. Maybe it wasn't time for the regime to go. Maybe they haven't decided for the regime to go. But when they saw these people dying and fighting and outside Iran united, 100,000 people on the streets, they said, okay, let's switch the plan a bit for the sake of the people. They just bent with us. That's what we saw.
Yeah. Do you have any family that's missing right now in Iran?
Well, I haven't been able to talk with much with many of my family, but I have been talking to a couple, not close, but yeah, from afar. Yeah, like maybe two, three people ahead. Yeah, they're gone, unfortunately.
Oh, so you know, so you actually have people that you know that are gone.
Somehow, not very closely, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. You know, it's I'm gonna play some footage here.
Yeah.
It's a little bit I just want to give everyone a little warning. This footage is pretty sad. I mean, unfortunately, there was a situation apparently where there were so many people murdered in Iran, occupied Iran. There were so many people in occupied Iran that have been murdered that the morgues don't have any more space. And this is an example of exactly that. So this is the footage I'm playing. This is actually over 2 minutes of footage of dead bodies on the streets. Again, this is in occupied Iran, and this is because the morgues don't have any space. So when I tell you that genocidal psychopath Ali Khamenei is the closest thing to Hitler in 2026, and you are looking at a genocide, I ask you to believe me. I ask you to believe all Iranians when we tell you this. Ali Khamenei is prepared to kill millions of innocent Iranians um, to stay in power. And he is completely prepared to attack Americans, Israelis, Europeans. If we do not comply with what he wants, we are infidels and we deserve exactly what we get. I mean, you tell me, Ken, do you think that that's accurate? Not you're Iranian. You were born there.
Exactly
You
accurate.
spent 17 years there. Please.
Yeah, of course. I totally agree with you. With if they don't stop him, nobody knows what will happen to the world. Um, all these attacks that we see on Israel or any type of terrorism attack that we see, they are funded from Iran. We know it by heart because the people are getting poor because they're funding these whatever you want to call them. And some people call them terrorists, some people call them heroes because some people love them because they're helping Palestine. And I'm not talking about that. I'm only talking that we know the foundation is coming from Iran because we're getting poor. All the money that the government takes from the people as tax is going straight to those countries to supply for their guns, supply for their missiles, and we're just getting poor and poor because of them. When the world goes into war, every money which goes into tax is being returned as missiles or fuel, and it's going to be exploded in somewhere, and it's going to be gone in seconds and many kills. So that's why the world is in a big trouble of financial wise.
Yeah, I want to just emphasize to everyone. In, imagine you're in Dallas, Texas. You take a video for 2 minutes, and
Hmm.
on the street is dead bodies because not because there's room in the morgues. No, there's actually no room in the morgues. They're packed. They're packed. They're flooded. The Texas governor says, "Hey, you know what? We're just going to
Leave them
leave
on the
these
ground.
bodies on the street." Right?
It's so sad. But you know what? The fact that bothers me is that we have seen so many footages like this from Middle East that people are believing that this is what their life has always been. Friends of mine in Cyprus who don't know much what's happening in Middle East, they just tell me that, Kian, why are you so sad about it? Wasn't it like this always? And I said, dude, do you want to get punched in the face? Should I change the shape of your face? Like, you're asking, has my life been like this always? No. And because we have seen so many footages because of Instagram, because of the technology, social media, everybody start to believe like it's a normal there, and we accept it. No, we don't.
Yeah. What are you thinking, man? What do you
Coming up.
like, yeah. I mean, this is just fucking brutal, man. Like it's just brutal, bro. This is just brutal. This is brutal, man. You know, this is to think that our leader of Iran brings in Iraqis to come in and murder his own people, man. Like I just don't know how an Iranian man could do that. I can't even think like this. You know, it's like it's so psychopath. Like I can't think. How does he have it in his heart? And I think he has a daughter,
Yeah.
which is even more psychopath. You know,
I don't know what to say to them. I cannot believe what we're seeing on streets. Like imagine they behead people in street. They cut people's head. Like why would you do that? Why is it necessary to bring fear to the people? What type of fear are you looking for? How can you be able to do that? Of course, they're not Iranians. I've heard that they speak Arabic. I think they're
yes.
coming from Iraq. But still, you invite these people to fight the people of yourself. Like, let's say Hitler, at least he wasn't killing Germans like this. He was killing other countries. Like, they were enemies.
So I'm about to play some pretty like truly this is just one of those podcasts where I'm playing footage that's just horrifying. Last
I
week
hope
actually.
you don't get banned for it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, man. No, I think we're fine. It's fortunately we're able to. We're actually I'm thankful that we're capable to get this footage out. Honestly, okay, guys. So this footage that I'm about to play now, from a beautiful girl, and her name is Diana Bahdouri, and essentially what happens here in this scene is where she gets abducted by these terrorist beasts, these savage beasts, these pigs. And I'm about to play it. And 1 second here. And I'll explain here what's going on. So she was born in 2006. That's how young she was. She died in 2026. She was 20, basically 1920. So here she is getting abducted. Literally. This is it. This is her final.
Oh my God. Like, see the other people inside. It's not only her.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is that it seems like there's just so many videos like this of women. This is not like this looks like a familiar video. So anyway, so what I want you guys to know is that she was 19 years old. She was known online as a baby rider. She was shot dead by security forces in Gorgon on January 9th. And she was shot twice with live ammunition around midnight on Friday, January 9th. They were searching for her for 2 days. And then when her family found her, they received her body on January 11th. So just so everyone knows that she actually, her family's obviously grieving. And on an Instagram post, it said that she died in a driving accident. But I don't know if that's actually true. It sounds like what happened is that the security forces allegedly were using heavy weapons, including machine guns, against the protesters. So right now, that family, Bahdouri family, is under pretty much severe pressure from intelligence, security agencies outside of occupied Iran. And Diana was actually, unfortunately, buried in secret. And her family has been forced to publicly deny that the government, those terrorist pigs, genocidal psychopath Ali Khamenei, was not responsible for her death. And she was only 19. So a lot of these families are often threatened with the arrest of their other children. So that's how disgusting these animals are. Or withholding the body of the victim unless they record a confession. Okay, like they make a public statement on social media. That's how horrific this situation is. So yeah, Diana is basically what the IRGC is very scared of: women, modern, young, and they're in public spaces. This is exactly the sort of girl who would get killed. Also,
Yeah.
athletes, Also, the athletes like the wrestlers. This footage, though, may actually be from another incident. I don't know if this is like I'm trying to find. I think this may be another incident, actually. But I get the point that they're trying to make.
Yeah, it looks like from a little bit before this
Yeah,
movement, because they did not have this much of women police officers that they could handcuff people. You either die or you get killed. No, other way.
yeah, yeah. Well, so in Cyprus right now, you have your own issues,
Yeah.
though, right? Like you have your own issues with Turkey. From what I understand, Turkey is threatening Cyprus and Greece and Israel, and that Israel, Cyprus, and Greece just did a security alliance. Are you familiar with that at all?
Yeah, I actually am. But recently, to be honest, the amount of problem that I'm seeing from Iran is just made me to the point that I don't care about this stuff. Like today, we had a big problem at work. There was some financial issues, and my boss was talking to me that why this happened. Do you know anything about it? I just said, I really don't care. You know what's going on in my head? I'm just thinking about 40,000 dead people from my country, and you're talking about where are these dollars or euros? I'm sorry. Just come back 1 week later. I'm sorry, I cannot help you with that. And the situation with Cyprus also, it's something that I really would like to know about, but my brain just don't have the capacity to think of something other than Iran right now. But you're right. They have this problem from Turkey, north side, south side, which is this Republic of Cyprus, and then we have the Greece that they're helping them. But let me tell you something very interesting about Cyprus, that the Republic of Cyprus is housing very big airplanes, military airplanes from, I think, UK and maybe Israel. I'm not sure about Israel, but UK, they have their bases here. The previous attack that we saw on Iran, all the planes, they were leaving from here, and we could see it in the sky. They're leaving to attack. And even we could see some missiles coming from Iran to Israel from the south side, that they were going to Israel. So Cyprus is a very strategic place in the Mediterranean, and I'm sure it's going to be involved in this war.
Yeah, so in some way, right?
Yeah.
So what we're looking at now is a flight map, and what it looks like is that an Iranian government plane, apparently
Hmm.
considered the presidential plane,
Oh,
um, departed Tehran for Moscow.
is it live or is it old?
This came out. I found. Hold on, I'll pull it up. The hour. Yeah, this is it departed. Yeah, I think perhaps it already arrived. Yeah, perhaps it already arrived.
But it means like it's for today or yesterday maximum, right?
Yeah, yeah. It looks like
Uh,
it landed. There we go.
all right.
Tehran, oh, Airbus A321 231.
I also heard that Russia is evacuating all its diplomat or scientists, I think, from Iran back to Russia so they can be safe.
Yeah, I
Good
mean,
news for us. I'm sorry, but it's good news.
yeah, man. I think what's going on, man, is maybe people are making deals, man. Maybe this weekend is the point where we start getting strikes. You know,
Yeah.
look at some comments here. Thank you everyone for sharing. That's actually the way you can help us, is to share. Thank you for sharing, and you can also, for those of you who want to listen to this on the podcast, obviously, Yamini Talks podcast with Kian. Today we're going to upload. I'll upload. That'll get uploaded maybe tomorrow. So BZA, thank you for doing this for us, Nima. Thank you, bro. Tamar, hey, thank you very much. U625 FHS, best wishes for Iran and its people. Nusha says, I ask myself always what happens to a human being along the way that leads to abandon empathy, choose power over humanity, and justify killing people who ask only for freedom. Yeah, yeah, man. Shadow Night Lions, so glad the IRGC is on the terrorist list. F the Islamic regime. So is that, would you, to the people who aren't familiar, would you say that's something new that they did, or what do you think about that? What's the significance of that?
To be considered as a terrorist group?
Yeah.
Oh, it's very new. To be honest, I wasn't expecting it to go this further. Because normally, like, Khamenei is very rich, IRGC is very rich, and we are like 100% sure when you live in Iran or you hear about it, we're sure that they're bribing them, and they have this lobby that they can buy friends or friendship with different countries because of their money. It's not that they like it, but they have money, oil money, or maybe I should say blood money now, that they can make deals with these countries. And the fact that they decided to put down the money, I'm sure they have been rejected in the maybe in the sorry maybe in the back they have been trying to make deals with these countries, and they just said no to the money. And when France, Italy, Spain, they said, okay, yes, we're going to consider it terrorist, it was something I was not expecting it. I was thinking that it's going to go further.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, the thing is, what the fact is, man, is that when they do something like this, the thing is, Qatar actually cleans up a lot of this money, man. They clean up a lot of their issues, you know. But when the U.S.,
Yeah.
when here in America we label the IRGC as a terrorist group, basically what goes on from a financial standpoint is that every financial institution, like a bank, like a company, and any ally that does business with them, then they're a legal liability. And that means that they're open for sanctions. That means that they're open for seizures and prosecutions. And that's internationally. Okay.
Mhm.
Also, from a deterrence standpoint, um, the, the IRGC's deniability sort of collapses. Um, because they like to do attacks via these proxies. Think about
Yeah.
all the proxies, right? Um, and it's terrorism when Hezbollah does it, when the Houthis do it, right? Even if they do it to the Israeli civilians or whoever they do it. The Hezbollah attacked the United States Marines too, um, but it has a direct line to Tehran, a genocidal psychopath Ali Khamenei.
Mhm.
So for an ally to do business with the IRGC, it sort of forces them to say, you have to pick a side. You have to pick a side. Are you with these terrorists or are you not with these terrorists? Because if you do business with the IRGC, or you're not going to do business with the West, you don't get both.
Yeah.
And that to me is this one part of the significance of, why would they do something like this?
We only have this under Trump's administration. Don't forget that. Before that, it was not like this. They were having good amount of deals with them.
So I have a question in Farsi.
Yeah.
If you could, if you want to take it, here we go. If you could let everyone
Okay, let
understand.
me read it. کیان درست میگفتی که دقیقا چند بیلیون پول خونی مجتبی کافی بود برای خریدن اعضای اتحادیه اروپا. نظرتون چیه که انگلیسی که بیشتر باشه برای جمهوری اسلامی ازش استفاده میکنه هنوز ترمیم نکرده سه بار. So he's just explaining that all the money that okay, let me see how can I translate it literally. So he's saying that the blood money, the billions of dollars that Khamenei has, the blood money is enough for buying all the Europeans.
Yeah.
And
agrees with you. Basically agrees with you. It's similar to how you said.
Yeah, he agrees, and he's saying, where's England? Where's England? UK. Because he thinks that he hasn't sanctioned the IRGC yet, so he's helping with the money laundering. That's his opinion, or her opinion, Nilu.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, you're right. I mean, how many billions does it take with the European Union? You're right. You're right. I mean, how many billions does it take? I mean, we don't know. We don't know this answer, right? To her point. She also says in English, why Britain has not yet decided to announce IRGC a terrorist group, the English bank's holdings, or dirty money. Well, I think we know now that it's possible that Ali Khamenei's son was actually buying property in Mallorca, in Spain, in London, in Dubai. So he has international holdings, maybe 100 million or something like that. BZ8 says Iranian cargo ship has been struck and sinking. Good. I hope it's. I hope.
Yeah. Let's start
KJ
fighting.
reposted the stream. Thank you everyone for reposting the stream. Thank you. Yeah. So maybe I don't know if that just came out or not, but just so everyone knows, yeah, we are in this situation where an Iranian government plane apparently was just reported that it's apparently considered a presidential plane, and that it's actually left Iran and it's headed for Moscow. So I'm about to place some more footage that we can go over here. This is footage I'm about to play is newly surfaced footage. It captures Saeed Rasti personally opening fire on protesters. Rasti, just so everyone knows, is a colonel in Loristan, and he runs the operations center within the intelligence organization of Tehran's Greater Police Command. So I'm about to play this footage of this trashy scumbag right now. You know, that's the thing. I have the freedom to talk like this because here in the United States, we can carry firearms, right? Iranians, they can't carry firearms. So on behalf of all the Iranians who are unarmed and are not capable of carrying firearms, fuck you to the IRGC. How about that? You know? Yeah, this is a good fuck you, Kostananat, you know? All right, so about to play this, you know? I say that on behalf of everyone who's unarmed and can't do it freely like I can. So here we go. So here's this footage. Here's the scumbag. Let's make him famous. Here's the scumbag. Here's this trashy piece of shit. So let's look at his fat ass face. Let's look at his. So here he is. So this fat ass who I'd beat the shit out of one-on-one. This fat ass is the guy who killed innocent protesters, and he's in charge of the police. This fat ass. Just look at his face. Look. He's supposed to actually protect our people. He's a colonel. Okay, he's a colonel in Loristan. This guy, this fat ass, his name is Rasti. So his fat ass Rasti, he's literally running an operation center, okay, for intelligence of Tehran's Greater Police Command. So this is the murderer. This is like one murderer who personally is murdering unarmed Iranians. Just look how he does it. We're looking at footage of his fat ass. That's wiped the smirk off his. Look at him right there. Got the gun. Look at this. Look at the firepower. Boom. That's him.
Easy as that.
Then he walks off. What a tough guy fighting. What a tough guy. He fights people who don't have guns. Then he smiles. He goes back home to his wife and kids. This motherfucker goes back. Kish goes back to his family after he murders, someone's.
Yeah, there are a lot of these examples, unfortunately.
Bro, I feel such rage. It's like I feel helpless. Like I can't do anything, you know. And there's so many of us. That's the thing. There's actually so many men like me and women like us.
Yeah.
Like we're ready to go, bro. We're fucking ready to go. It's not that we're not. It's not that we're scared. Not to say we're not scared, but we're ready. You know, we're ready to fight. You know, and it's just about a legality. It's just about some weapons. You know, it's like, can they take the Iranians from Europe, from Canada, from the United States? We literally we have the people. We have the people. We don't have the permission. We don't have Trump saying, hey, you can go in there with the weapons. We don't need that many. If we had 10,000, 2,000 to 10,000, I don't actually think we even need that many because so many of the people will be on our side. So these people have no one that is armed. You know, you just imagine how the ball game is a brand new ball game when there's 2,000 men and women with guns, 5,000, 10,000. So brand new ball game, bro. It's a brand new ball game. It's just right now it's zero armed, technically.
Yeah. Imagine they hit with missiles or airstrike. They hit the stations that they hold guns and it's maybe, let's say they're killed, they're emptied it out, and they're running away, and then the people inside Iran get their hands on weapons. Imagine you say we have 10,000 soldiers in here, now we have 90 million right now inside Iran.
Yeah, I think
I
the
think it's part of the plan, actually. I really do believe that they're gonna hit the generals, they're gonna hit the people who gives orders, they're gonna start swaying the orders, and then slowly it's gonna fall apart, and then they're gonna join the people and give guns to the people, and the people will take this revolution. We will win this revolution. We're not gonna let America or Israel take this pleasure for themselves. We're gonna do it ourselves.
yeah.
In the
And I
last
think
point, but really, we do need their help. We do.
Yeah, we do need their help. But I'm with you, man. I think it's better that if it's it's Iranians that do it, because if not, the opposition will discredit it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what they'll do. They'll discredit it.
Oh, one point I wanted to make here, very important. After we get struck with United States or Israel, there's this huge conversation that Iran is going to get separated and divided with different nationalities, because there are too many nationalities living in Iran. For the people who don't know, we have Baluch, we have Kurd, we have Turk, we have sometimes even Arabs from the south side, Iranian Arabs, and we have very wide nation. And people are saying that if this happens, there's a chance that Iran would get divided, and each of these ethnicities would go for their own separate countries. Don't even think about it. If that was the case, the people who are chanting in the streets in the protests, they would just have their own flag. All of us are holding this flag. Let me show it from here. They're all just holding this one, and they're saying the same word, Javid Shah. They're not asking for a different leadership, their own leader. They're just asking for one person with one flag. So separation, division is not on the table. 100% from the heart of the people, I'm saying.
Yeah. So you think? Would you? Someone were to tell you? Do you think? Would you say he's the most popular leader right now?
He is the most popular, and he's the only leader that we believe in. We have some different. I believe I'm not really into it, but we have some other like alternatives for him. But they're even worse. I don't know, even worse than this guy, or the Khamenei, or not. But they're not even close to him.
Yeah.
I think from Mujahids, they can be.
Yeah. So what do you? So you think that after Reza Pahlavi, what do you predict would come? Like, if you had to make a prediction, what do you think would come after Reza Pahlavi?
I really believe that even when the regime falls, I believe it's Israel's turn to make sure Iran is safe for him, because all the IRGC soldiers are not just going to disappear. They're going to still have their hands on weapons. And imagine they're still living in Iran. They're going to hide. They're going to shave their beard, and they're going to be like modern. And they're going to wait. Maybe they're willing to hit or terrorize the king. And they're waiting for him. So I think it's Israel's job to make sure that everything is safe. And when it's safe, he's going to come back and save the world. And I think it's one of the biggest days in history, I think it's going to be remembered for the whole world. That is the day that we're going to bring his body, his father's body, back to Iran. And I think it's going to be one of the biggest rallies ever in the world.
I've actually visited his grave in Egypt with my father.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. I really wanted to go.
That was one of the last trips I took with my father. Maybe the last trip I took with my father, actually.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it was a good one, I think.
It was an amazing trip, man. We went to Turkey, we went to Egypt, and my father wanted me to look at the pyramids. So that was basically the reason why I was there. It was, because from Egypt and Turkey, it's very close. And we basically made a trip out of Turkey. So we did both. But so I'm about to play some footage. This is of a terrorist, obviously, IRGC. And we can go into the translation of it. But just so everyone knows what's going on, he's the genocidal psychopath Ali Khamenei's guy. He's a spokesperson for their terrorist army. His name is Mohammad Akmi Nia. He says basically if Trump thinks he can carry out a quick operation and then tweet 2 hours later that it's over, there's no such thing at all. He says without a doubt, the war would include the entire region, from the Zionist regime to countries where the U.S. has bases. If the enemy takes a foolish step, we will respond immediately. That is the directive given to us. Okay. So play this for the.
صورته که ما دیگه تعللی در پاسخگویی دشمن نداشته باشیم. در گذشته به هر حال طرحها متفاوت بود، باید ارزیابی‌هایی صورت می‌گرفت، دستوراتی صادر می‌شد، ولی الان دستورات صادر شده، طرحها تدوین شده، ابلاغ شده برای سناریوهای مختلف که دشمن میتونه و امکانش هست که در واقع اونها رو عملیاتی و اجرا کنه. ما برای سناریوها پاسخ مناسب و متناسب. طرح‌های ابلاغی در واقع به این صورته که ما دیگه تعللی در پاسخگویی دشمن نداشته باشیم. در گذشته به هر حال طرحها متفاوت بود، باید ارزیابی‌های صورت می‌گرفت، دستور.
Yeah, so basically that's just some footage of this guy. He's basically saying, don't play with us. If you take a foolish step, we're going to respond immediately. And they have the authority from genocidal psychopath Ali Khamenei. That's me adding the genocidal psychopath part. And they're saying that in the past it was necessary for them to do, situation assessments, but now the instructions have already been issued in advance. And he says the plans have been formulated, and for every different scenario on the enemy's side, that they're going to have an appropriate and proportional response. He also talks about the 12-day war. He says that, when they learned about the delay and giving the enemy an opportunity, it was unjustified, and an immediate response is required. And he says that the aircraft carriers, as you know, we have American soldiers in the Middle East, in the Gulf. He says they're very vulnerable to the missiles. Yeah. Now, I don't know. It's possible he does this foolish business. He's a complete moron if he thinks Trump's scared of him. But Iranian men are crazy. I know I got it in me. I know maybe Kian has it in me. We are. The bravery is a part of it, and I don't think that. Crazy thing is, I don't actually think he's scared either. I think they would fight. That's why I think that it's only force that's going to take the IRGC out. I think that Ali Khamenei and some of his men, it's not that many, more and more are leaving the IRGC. Many of them are leaving because, first of all, there's financial pressure. There's financial collapse. The rial is basically worthless. I mean, 2-3 years ago, it was worthless. 2-3 years back, it was worthless. Now it's even more worthless. It's going to be even more worthless in a couple of weeks. There is that financial stress. And that financial stress is actually going to get worse in the next 2 weeks. So this is the situation that these guys are dealing with. But I still think that they have enough soldiers to fight. And they have just enough soldiers, and they have just enough weapons, and they have just enough money to bring in foreign fighters that they can make this deadly. That's the thing. If there's one thing they probably spent their money on, is military weapons. I mean, if they were spending the military money to help Hamas or Hezbollah or the Houthis or these Iraqis, militias, you could imagine they had money to invest in their own. And there's a good chance that there's a tunnel system inside of Iran as sophisticated as what the Palestinians have. That if they did this for other countries, you could assume they were doing stuff like this for themselves. And I'm also a little bit apprehensive of the fact that they may take 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 hostages. This can go in a lot of ways, and I think that there's a reason why we haven't attacked yet. And I think a lot of it is to minimize civilian casualties. I think that the IRGC has less power today than it did a week back, and I think next week it has less. If you view if there's an attack or not, it has less power. We just don't know how, but and then all of a sudden it drops. But right now is when it's incrementally dropping in power. And what do you think?
Yeah, completely. They're gonna go to the fight, and when you say military, I really believe the majority of their power is coming from missiles. It's not with soldiers, because I'm sure there's not much. Even if there are, they're not much trained, like as much as U.S. military soldiers or maybe the Delta Force, which are being sent. Like there's nobody can stop them. And then we have Air Force system. We're not even close to good with Air Force. So it's gonna be only missiles, I believe, when they're gonna hit back.
BZ8 says it's only a matter of time before your podcast starts being all over the place, sir. Content shared here is 100 times better than anywhere. Hey, thank you, bro. I mean, honestly, the thing is, man, is I'm not a part of the establishment. I'm not an establishment elite. I'm a businessman. I do this for hobby. I like to look. This year, my goal is to find businesses to buy here in the United States to make at least $3 million. I pay finder's fee up to $275,000 cash if you know an owner that I could speak to and I could purchase. That said, I am passionate about this. I think Kian is passionate. He does MMA fighting in Cyprus. He's a musician. He likes to play music for others. He likes to play. And I think that many Iranians want to, we find a situation where it's very challenging for us to think about something other than this. I don't think he wants to do this on a Thursday night at about 10 o'clock. I don't think that was I don't think that he dreamed of doing this. I don't think a year back, 3 months back, he thought this is what he would do. But
3 weeks.
3 weeks. And now he feels compelled to help his countrymen. He feels compelled to speak up. He feels compelled to sacrifice. That's why I support him. I support him because I think he's a handsome Iranian man. I think he's talented. I think he has an instinct. And I think that he can help us win over people to understand that there's a genocide in Iran. Yeah. One thing I definitely recommend everyone do is when you find influencers that have a smaller following than you, they may view you as the establishment. So what you can do is you can help them. You can share their content. You can post their content. You can like their content. You can engage with their content. And that's truly one of the things you can do. Lead by example. Lead by example. If you've got 2,000 followers, guess what? There's someone who only has 2,000. 200. If you got 200 followers, there's someone who only has 10. If you have 10 followers, there's someone who only has 2. If you have 2 followers, there's someone who just started and they don't have any. Be their first follower or be their first like. And that's true. We all start somewhere. So IRGC here is 300K according to Google. What do you think about that?
No idea. I don't have any information on that. I don't think anybody has any information on that.
Yeah, I don't think it's millions though. I don't think it's millions.
No, definitely not. I was thinking maybe less.
Yeah. He says F Trump. Artesh army is 420K who are mostly defending the people.
I hope they're defending. It doesn't sound like they're defending the people.
Yeah. Who do you think are the most loyal ones to genocidal psychopath Ali Khamenei? Like the last ones to go. Who do you think they are? Like what unit?
Last one. Well, I don't think any of them are loyal. They're just worried about their lives. They either die with the US or die with him. That's their situation. Like imagine you're in that situation. You're a top chief leader. If you do not accept his orders, you will die. If you do accept his order, you will be killed by the United States. So they're doomed. Like, let's be killed with the United States and go as a hero in their ideas.
Yeah. So I'm about to play some other footage here. This is of an Iranian butchered, basically. It's not something that it's fun to look at. But just talking about all this, man. So just in general, man, is there something you want to say here, or like is there in general, man, is there something that you feel you like to get off your chest as I pull up this clip?
Yeah, there's something. Actually, I was trying to make a content about it. I got busy with work. I couldn't do it. Most of my audience for this topic is Iranians inside Iran or outside Iran, mostly outside Iran. But even the other nations who are watching us right now, we have this word in Iran. We say we are khakistari, which means you're gray. If the black is RGC and the white is the people fighting for the freedom, there are some people in the middle who are, we call them the gray zone, which they're just silent. They're just saying that we don't know what's happening. We're gonna wait. We're gonna see. If you like Shah, we don't know if we like Shah. They're just in the middle. They're going with the flow. I'm talking to those people. Like, remember that we will fight for you. We're not asking you to just start fighting right away. We will do it for you. We will carry the load for you. Every single of this region who are fighting, they're carrying the load of 4 or 5 people minimum on their shoulders. We will do it and we will finish it with or without you, and we will give the freedom back to you. But that day might come that they will take our voice, they will take our energy, and we will have nothing left to fight for. We wouldn't have any enough energy to fight for. Then both of us will die. It's not only us, you will also go down with us. So I think it's better to do it with us. We're not asking you to be heroes. We're not asking you to be something very exceptional. We're just asking you to stop practicing silence and move up, step up, and be brave. Remember, the only thing that I can tell you guys is that history will never remember the people who stayed silent. They only remember the brave people who didn't stay silent.
Yeah. Facts, man. About to play a clip. It's a little bit not that easy. It's actually of children. So just want to do a viewer discretion. Here we go. So this is, many of you don't know that there's actually was the Iran-Iraq war. About to play this so we can just listen to it. 40 seconds.
مجروح شد.
We're looking at footage of children. They were so small they couldn't have military boots to fit them. The Iranian man says he was only 14 years old. Somewhere as young as 12.
از کلاسی که من توش بودم 7-8 نفر.
I mean, these are literally boys.
از این 7-8 نفر.
Out of these boys, for example, this one, the guy says there were 7-8 boys that were sent to war with Iraq. This is who genocidal psychopath Ali Khamenei is, that he sent boys, by the way. He sent boys to go fight the Iraqis. This is the sort of insanity that we're dealing with, guys. I truly want you guys to understand how mask off. So Ali Khamenei, genocidal psychopath, he sent 100,000 Iranian boys to the war against Iraq. Okay, 15 years old, 14 years old, like literally like 12. Okay, so you know what happened to the vast majority of these boys? They were murdered in a needless war.
Can I add something on it right now?
Yeah.
So many of these soldiers that they were sent, not all of them were just only fighting blindly. Some of them were just protecting their country, and they didn't have any idea what's the regime, what's the situation with politics, and they just went to fight for their family. Like, let's say you're 14 and you say, okay, I'll go. Like the joke, the bad side is on the leader, that you send these people, but these people, they were brave enough. They'd say, okay, let's go to war, actual war. And these days, I saw a video of a person who was fighting in these days, and he was shouting that we did not fight Iraq so that they can come back and rape our women and children in our own country. What are you doing? And he was saying that, why did I fight Iraq? Why did I participate it that way, that they can come back and do this to my people, my namus, he said. And some people are on that side. They just regret the way they fought.
Yeah, I want to just, man, I tell you, man, I'll tell you, man, I didn't necessarily have respect for Ali Khamenei, genocidal psychopath Ali Khamenei. I didn't necessarily have a lot of respect for this guy. I think he's a jerk. Now, that said, that's what I thought, right? Like, that's what I thought. I thought, oh, okay, this guy's a jerk. Yeah, it's fine. I don't like him. He's a jerk. He's a psychopath. I thought that. By the way, I want to say thank you to everyone who put us number one. It looks like the number one stream. Thank you so
Really?
much. I know it's only like I know it's like afternoon. Maybe a lot of you are working. I know a lot of you are maybe in the office, or I don't know. Like I didn't know how busy it would get, but this is fantastic. It looks like live on X. It looks like we got the number one stream. So thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate it. That's without establishment support. Basically, no establishment support, just the streets giving love. And yeah.
Thank you, Nima. It was my first experience streaming on X. Thank you so much. With your passion, with your work, with your base, with your power, it means a lot that you're supporting us.
Man, I got love for us. I got love for all of us. I want peace, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you for making time. So I'm about to play something. Also, something else. A couple more things. If I know it's late over there, if you could hang out for about another 10, 15 minutes. Yeah.
All the time of the world for Iran.
Yeah, man. So I'm about to play something here. 1 second. It's not actually. I'm not playing something. I'm about to pull up actually a military image. 1 second. All right. Okay. So guys, I just want everyone to know. I know I got a lot of people that support out of India. And I know people are worried about what do I think about the Indians who voted in that UN resolution to not get involved. What are my thoughts on it? I think that I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that clearly I'm disappointed. I'm not going to lie to you. I am disappointed. But at the same point, I understand India doesn't want to get involved. So they voted like that in the UN to not get involved in Iran. I get it. The Shah supported Pakistan. You guys are bitter about that. I get it. You are worried what could come next, but I understand. I understand and I forgive you, essentially. Like, I get it. You don't want to get involved. It's a complicated economic situation, and given the past, I get it. At the very least, I'm thankful that you're not going to help IRGC. So you're not like Qatar. So that's my thinking. But I wish you would support the Iranian people. Obviously, I'm not, but this is our problem. I'm going to just try to have a good attitude and appreciate the countries that are willing to help Iran, then beat up the countries that don't. And I know the Indian people have a lot of respect for Iranians in general. So I know that I can tell that puts the Indian people in a tough situation, honestly. So I'm not going to start cussing out you Indian people. I got a lot of love for India. I hope to come in June. So, okay, guys. So here we go. So we're looking at a map. This is in the Iranian Gulf. Some people call it Fars Gulf. I think that's the correct way to say it in Farsi, if I'm not mistaken. Is that
Persian
how you
Gulf
say it?
Farsi. Khalij Fars or Persian Gulf?
Yeah. That's the way to pronounce it in Farsi. I personally like to call it Iranian Gulf, and I'll tell you why. The reason I like to call Iranian Gulf because I feel like that's what we actually call ourselves. Persian is like from the Greeks. So I say Persian Gulf. I'll say Persian Gulf. Just it's definitely not the Arabian Gulf. I'll tell you that right now. So
don't get me started on that.
I'll argue over Fars Gulf, Iranian Gulf, or Persian Gulf, but I'm definitely not going to have an argument about Iraq Arab Gulf right now. So anyway, guys, so we're looking at a map here. This is a map. We'll pull this up. Yeah, so you guys can see it. Okay, so here we go. So this map, just so you guys understand. So the IRGC looks like they're going to carry out live fire exercises. So if you look at the map, that's the Strait of Hormuz. They're planning on doing that next week. Okay. If everything is fine, if Trump doesn't attack this weekend. So some of the exercise area there will interfere. This is the big thing, that it's going to interfere with the international maritime shipping lanes, because that is an important area for shipping. So in this Strait of Hormuz, you're looking at right now about 20% of the world's oil and natural gas. It just comes right out of there. Okay. So the Iranian Navy, they're looking to conduct live fire exercises in the Gulf of Oman and the Indian Ocean next week. And the crazy thing is, they're looking to do that with China and Russia. So we also have the USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier that's in the Gulf of Oman. So who knows what's going to happen to the logistics companies? I know someone on the stream earlier said something about a cargo ship got hit. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty serious situation. What are your thoughts on this?
I really hope that it doesn't take that long. It's going to finish before next week.
What, this situation?
Yeah, the attacking situation. I really hope that Trump finishes this week and it doesn't give them space for the practice for next week.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man. So do you have IRGC in Cyprus? How is it over there, man?
Oh, very good, actually. Yeah, they are around here because the government has some good deals with Turkey, and Turkey is also a good friend with IRGC, and they are living here. Actually, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, we found one of these bastards that they were living here, and he was taking pictures of the women in Cyprus, and he was sending to the IRGC guards that they're living here. These are the protesters, because we hold a small protest here in over Cyprus, and it wasn't that big. It was even controlled by Turkey, and there were police all around us, and they stopped us after like 30 minutes. They said, okay, now you need to finish this, because I think they were ordered to. And he was following that situation. He was taking photos of the people who were active in there and sending it back to Iran, and they got him. And they caught him, and they deported him back to Iran and said, just fuck off.
Wow. Well, that's good they got him. At least you got people that care.
Even the News of Cyprus published his photo with handcuffs. They were just holding him and pushing him like, you should go, with police. And he was not executed. I'm sorry. He was deported back to Iran. And we're happy.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad he was deported, at least, you know?
Yeah.
So guys, we're looking at an image here. This is a football player in Iran. And this football player in Iran, this is the new thing, I guess, or they're making it much worse, is that in Iran, genocidal psychopath Ali Khamenei, this is a football player named Mehdi Kahri. He has been excluded from Iran's national team after all he did was express support for Iranian protesters and posting a nationalist message. He also just offered condolences for the tens of thousands of people who were murdered. So this is the sort of psychopath stuff that we're dealing with, guys.
It's just so sad that they can do this easy.
Yeah, I mean, they're basically saying, hey, we're going to destroy your career if you do something. Here's another football player. No, the same guy, Mehdi. There you can find Reza Pahlavi. And that's it. He just started publicly backing opposition leader Reza Pahlavi. So you start following him on Instagram. Yeah, and he's no longer a part of the national team.
Very sad. Very, very sad.
Yeah,
we will take the revenge. Every single who was attacked, either dead or even like this, that they suppressed them. We will take the revenge. Just give us time. We will do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad, man. I feel like at this point he's gone so far, bro. Like there's nothing left. there's nothing left, man. Like there's no coming back from this, you know?
No, like the way we feel right now, the people inside Iran, especially, that they say that there's no going back from this. If we finish it, we finish. If we don't, there's no more Iran left. It's going to be so bad. He feels the same way. If he doesn't finish this fight with the people of Iran and he stays, there's no going back. He's going to be dead. So that's the exact same way he's feeling right now. That's why he's doing all this bullshit that he's doing. There's no going back for him either.
Yeah. 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 I mean, Ali Khamenei, I mean, he's hiding too, you know?
Yeah. I don't know.
So, yeah, man. So listen, man. So everyone, I appreciate everyone joining the stream. Kian, how can everyone? It's been a pleasure having you, man. How could everyone find you? How can everyone find you? I'm gonna obviously put your Twitter in the replies, but how could everyone find you on Instagram?
Well, I'm mostly active on Instagram and Twitter. I mean X, and that's where I am. I speak sometimes in Persian. I speak sometimes in English. My audience is usually from around the world, but right now I'm mostly focused about Iran, and I'm not going to focus anything else other than Iran until we win.
I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thank you very much for joining the podcast. Please share, like, subscribe, and thank you, Kian, for joining, man.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me this chance to speak up and bringing the voice of the people to your podcast. And I'm so happy that we're trending on Twitter, on X. I should forget Twitter, on X. And it's a pleasure to be on this podcast. Actually, it was my first podcast about Iran and this political situation ever in my life. I didn't know I was going to do this stuff last week. Before my videos went viral, I was just thinking, I'm just going to post something and contribute to the society. And then it just went viral. And I said, okay, this is my job now. At daytime, I'm going to work. At nighttime, I'm still going to work, but for Iran. I just put this and I tie it and go in front of the camera.
But yeah, man, because when I look at your Instagram page, bro, you didn't have anything.
No, I was just nobody. I'm still a nobody, but I'm just talking loud about my country. I'm not saying anything extra than that.
No, but I think it's good, man. You just keep it up, you know?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining, and have a good day. All right, brother.
Too. Thank you so much.